Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum to Madam. My name is Nadil Asfar, and today I'll be presenting about my individual assignment or individual project, which is the chemist elements gas. So what is chemist? So first we'll be looking at the introduction of the project. So chemist is an element gas, a mobile educational game designed to help students memorize, spell and learn the properties of the periodic table of elements. The app uses a simple split screen layout, so the top displays the chemical clues like atomic, numbers, or weights. Meanwhile, the center holds a horizontal row of blank answer tiles. For the last one is the bottom features an alphabet keyboard, where the player taps letters in sequence to spell the correct element. To tap into global demand for STEM learning tools, the app uses a freemium business model. The introductory element groups are entirely free, while advanced or specialized chemistry tracks can be unlocked either by maintaining a high accuracy win streaks to earn in-game currency or by purchasing premium expansion packs directly. So next is the problem statement. The traditional pedagogical method for teaching introductory chemistry suffer from structural design flaws that often reduce student engagement and retention. So the first one is the over-reliance on rote memorization. So memorizing names, symbols, and atomic statistics to physical flashcard or static text charts provides zero spatial reasoning or cognitive reinforcement. Students quickly lose their focus. So the second one is high orthographic disengagement. Abstract elements' names are notoriously difficult for secondary school students to spell correctly. Traditional written drills do not provide active real-time corrections. For the third one is underutilization of native mobile hardware capabilities. Most available chemistry mobile quiz tools act as a basic digitalized multiple choice form. They fail to leverage native smartphone sensors, haptic vibrations engine, or audio system, missing out on multisensory enforcement. And for the last one is absence of user progress persistence. Many basic mobile web pages or minor learning scripts fail to preserve an application state. If a student session is interrupted by minimizing their progress across a level is lost, causing a frustration to the students. And next, we'll be looking at the objective and scope. For the objectives of this individual project is to design and implement a clean, accessible 5-screen mobile application architecture optimized for clear scientific layout. Meanwhile, the second objective is to program a dynamic state management engine that interprets button tap inputs and instantly updates horizontal tile block arrays with color indicators. For examples like correct or misplaced or even sometimes wrong when an element guess is submitted. For the third one is to engineer a hybrid database system utilizing secure local state storage alongside cloud synchronized data components such as MIT App Inventor Cloud database to ensure student level unlocks, total scores, and real-time global leaderboard rankings are seamlessly preserved and updated. And for the last one is to integrate native device features such as physical haptic feedback engines and real-time dialog alerts to reward success and constructively flag spelling errors. And for our scope, we would like to target the audience, for example, like secondary school students aged from 12 to 17, chemistry beginners and educators seeking interactive supplementary classroom activities. And for the second one is for core mechanics, which is a discrete alphabet button selection, a horizontal tile sequence compilation, a time restriction tracking, and a periodic clue lookups. And next is for contents boundaries. So the prototype will feature 3 primary chapters organized by periodic table properties. So for now, we only have 3 primary chapters, but maybe in the future we'll be adding more. So like for example, we have chapter 1, we have like alkali and alkaline earth metals. alkaline earth metals, which will be focusing on short words like lithium and sodium, while chapter 2 is for the halogens and noble gases. It's more focusing on words like neon, fluorine, or argon. And chapter 3 for example, is more of an essential transition metals, focusing on complex names like titanium, chromium. So each chapter contains 5 progressive guessing levels, scaling the difficulty from 4 letters words to integrate 9 letters chemical terms.
Okay, so next I'll be explaining about the app itself, which is the chemist application. So in here we have the interface for the login and registration. So as you guys can see, in here it will ask the user to input their username and their password. So the difference between this game and other any apps is that the registration and login is in the same place. So this one interface acts as an login and then registration itself. So I'll be creating a new account. So for example, Joji, then put the password, then I'll press start, and then it says registration successful, welcome, because it is a new account, so it will welcome the new player. But what if I input the wrong password? So this time the user is logged in, so it's not a new user anymore. So I'll just click this home button up here, then I'll just input the same example, which is Joji, but this time with a incorrect password. So just put something an incorrect password, and then it will say incorrect password, and I have to input the right one. So I'll just put the right one, and then it will say welcome back. So as you guys can see in this second screen, this is the dashboard interface. So for the dashboard interface, there is a lot of things that you guys can see. So at the top left, as you guys can see, is the chemist or the users or the players username. So for now the player's name is Joji as our example, and then below it, as you guys can see, there is a high score counter. So for now Joji only has 0 points because he doesn't play any games yet. So let's take a look at the button below it. We have the leaderboard button, and then home button, which I already displayed what the functions are, and then profile button. So first we'll be looking at the leaderboard button. So the leaderboard will show the players rank or their score. So as you guys can see, the high score for now is 0 because of course he doesn't play any games yet. And then Joji's rank is 6. So as you guys can see at the bottom here, Joji is ranked 6, meanwhile the others are on top of him. So let's go back to the dashboard interface, and we'll be looking at the profile button. So if you click the profile button, you can change the username or the password of the players. So what if I want to change the username or the password? So maybe I'll just put something like Joji, but with 2 J's, because why not? And then the password, so for the password or the username, you can change either one, or you can just put the same one if you don't want to change the password or the username. But this time I'll be changing the password, so I'll just put Joji, Joji with 7k, then edit. So it will says chemist profile updated successfully. And if we look back at the top, the username on the dashboard is already been updated. So as you guys can see, Joji with 2 J's, So that's all for the button above on the dashboard interface. So let's look at the game. So as you guys can see, there are 3 chapters for now, but maybe in the future we'll be adding more, but I don't know about that. So for chapter 1 we have alkali and metals still in progress, because we're still new to this game. So chapter 2 we have noble gases, and then we have chapter 3 which is about halogens. So let's try chapter 1, shall we? So as you guys can see, this is the gameplay screen. So gameplay screen, we have the back button, which will go back to the dashboard. If we just go back to the dashboard, and then below it we have the score counter, which will count the score of the players, and then below it is the word guessing puzzle itself, the dash line, as you guys can see, and then below it we have the clue, the one that says most abundant chemical substance in the universe holding atomic number 1. So that's the clue, and then below it is where the user will type their answers, and then we have the submit and clear button. Submit is for submitting the answer for the letter, and then clear is for clearing the list or the text box. So let's try one by one. Okay, so for the clue, it says most abundant chemical substance in the universe holding atomic number 1. So what if the player put something that is right? So when the user puts something that is correct, then it will just pops up at the puzzle or the word puzzles. But what if the players put something wrong? For example, okay, then it will say wrong letter, please try again. And there's also a feature where the user cannot input more than one word. So for example, I'll put more than one word in here. It will says to enter a word one by one. So let's try input it one by one. So the first question would likely be hydrogen. If you guys even learn about chemistry, I don't know. So the first one is hydrogen. Okay, submit, and then we'll go to the next question. So as you guys can see, the score has been updated. It is now 100 score, and we are going to the next question. So it's still the same, but as you guys can see, the clue is a little different. It says the lightest known solid metal, atomic number 3, widely used in rechargeable batteries. So I'll be demoing about the clear button. So clear button is just for clearing, nothing much. So yeah, I'm just gonna speed run this. So as you guys can see, I've cleared the chapter, and it will take the user or the player to this interface, which is the achievement interface, and it says like level complete, and then it will display like their score. For now, the user achieve 500 score, and then the user can just click this back button, and then it will bring them back to this dashboard button. So I guess that's all, because everything in this list are just the same but with different elements. So I guess that's all from me. Thank you, and see you next time. Okay, bye.